Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Pelta Peeps by Pelta Games. And I'm not exactly clear, I think there was a Kickstarter, now it's being sold direct, but certainly if you're interested, you can go to peltagames.com to learn more, but they sent me along both these copies to check out, and it's a little strange because there's the 4-player full game, which also supports 2 players, and then there's this sort of 2-player only game, that's different. So I think they're being sold separately, which is okay, I guess. But let's just start with this, because unfortunately, I did not like this version all that much. In Pelta Peeps, what you're doing is you're laying tiles, or whatever, circles, and your peltas, and you're going through and you're connecting them across the board, trying to make sets of Pelta Peeps. And basically, as you go, you're connecting and growing, and each player's, in the 2-player games, taking turns. And the sort of novel thing about this game is your opponent can flip your piece or move it, but you can't flip or move your own piece. So it has this sort of forced affect the other player. And in this game, where the bones are separate from the peltas, it just turns into a game where people are flipping over I don't know. It didn't work. I understand the 2-player game in this version ends up being both players playing 2 colors, so it doesn't really feel like a 2-player, and I think they tried to extend it, but this really didn't work for me. The reason I wanted to bring it out and mention it was one, I got it and I played it, so I'm going to review it. But I played this first, and I was like, oh, this sort of, it's disappointing. The pieces are so cool. Seems like an interesting concept. I had heard good things about it. Why am I not enjoying this? Well, as it would turn out, it's because this isn't the same game as this game. This game, the 4-player full version, is way better. The reason is, in this game, the bones, those little other pieces, are connected to the tile. Now, the rules are almost the same, where you can only affect the other player, but now how you flip it and move it, because if you flip it or move it, it has to still work, is very different than when you have the bones detached. It's too easy to just flip and just be a constant game of hitting each other. But in this game, when you're extending and moving your sequence, it's just way more puzzling through where and how you can put your pieces is just much more interesting. And as you have more players, it's not just in this game where it's just player 1, player 2, player 1, player 2. You have other players having to work together and sort of make truces and deals to win ultimately. It can still be a little degenerative because, is that the right word? Degenerative? I think so. Because there's no penalty for, everyone basically gets a free take that flip move at the end of their turn. So it's not an expensive thing to do, but it still works better in this game. So again, what you're going to be doing is laying out these pieces, and then and they're all bright different colors. We got blue and purple and yellow and all sorts of things. I think this version extends perhaps to 6. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, to 5. It says 2 to 4 on the box, but I'll take it at 5. No, 6 to 6. But we only play, I did not play a 5 or 6 player game. I would assume it gets a little slow, but still works. And you're just building out, taking turns, building out these different peep segments, and they're worth more points when they're face up. And you're just moving people around and building this labyrinth or a board space of all of these different combinations with these different interlocking pieces. This game, the one that's for 2 to 4 or 6, depending on how it gets sold. It's a little confusing to me. But this is a really interesting, unique, puzzly, tile-laying games where the tiles are all sort of different and interesting, and there's a lot of different strategies to how you work it. Unfiltered Gamer had a good how to play at length with how to score and things like that. So this one I like a lot. I don't know what's going on with that one. So check it out. Check their site out to see if it's for you and how you might go about getting it. So subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.